everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I have an anime of the week. Now, my anime of this week would be sorta kinda season 2 of Demon Slayer. Well, sorta kinda season 3. So, Demon Slayer, I reviewed the first season of that on my channel before. Loved it. Thought it was a very great anime. I thought Tanjiro and this whole journey with his sister was awesome. I thought the animation was great. I thought the fight sequences were cool. I loved what they did with the demons in the show, where it's not just black and white. Like some of these people were like, all of these demons outside of the main guy, outside of the top dude, as far as we know anyways, were people. We're just people. And there were just people whose circumstances and happened to meet the top demon dude led them to becoming what they became. But underneath all the violence and the bloodshed and the anger and the hate and the devouring of people, they're just people. And I loved how they handled the bad guys, and like I said, I love Tanjiro's story. I love that a lot of animes, and I've complained about this many times before, have the Dragon Ball Z effect, where you don't really feel like they work for it. Like it's like a train, like you know what I mean? Like, it's less about how skillful you are, and it's more about how powerful you are. I often complain about that with things like Dragon Ball Z, because I'm like, like Dragon Ball Z, at least in the beginning, used to kind of say, oh, it's a martial artist, but like over time, it stops becoming who is actually more skilled, and it starts becoming who is more powerful. And then they try to merge the two together to be like, well, if you're the most powerful, then you must be the most skilled. And it just never worked for me. And like so many animes kind of follow that direction. And the one thing that I absolutely loved about Demon Slayer is the whole time Tanjiro is training to become a Demon Slayer, training to take this test, the entire time, he is working for this, man. He is working for this. He is learning the techniques. He is putting his best foot forward, of course, because at its core too, it's a revenge story, but it's also a rescue story, because he is trying to find a cure for his sister. And that also ends up becoming an entire thing, that his sister's a demon, but she has control of herself. Like, seemingly through pure love for her brother, of not wanting to harm him. She's almost altered her own physiology, because the way this world works, and I maybe said this in the other, my other review of Demon Slayer, because this will be a review of Demon Slayer, the Entertainment District arc. Now, I am kind of skipping over the, I think it's called, what's the Mugen Train arc? Like, fun fact, me and Seth actually went to go see that movie in the theaters, subbed. Yeah, like, we went to go see, that's the first time ever I had ever went to a theater to see an anime. I went to the theater to go see Demon Slayer, I think it's Mugen Train. I don't know if I'm saying it incorrectly, but like, I went to go see that, and like, I remember me and Seth being upset, because I'm used to, like, when I heard an anime is making a movie, I'm thinking like Pokemon, like the Pokemon movie, you know what I mean? Like, you remember the first Pokemon movie? How the production value for that movie was just out of this world more? You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of times when an anime made a movie, at least when I was younger, the production value went up. Like whatever it was here, the production value went up. Even like for cartoon shows, if like when Teen Titans came out with that like Tokyo movie, the production value went up. When Mask of the Phantasm has higher production value than the regular, just the Batman animated series. And I was thinking this was gonna be, but that movie wasn't even a movie. It was so not a movie that once they started releasing it, they didn't release it as a movie on Crunchyroll and stuff. It's released in episodes as like the second season. But when you go on there, it doesn't call it the second. I will be forever confused with that. A little bit. But it seems like I would consider that the second season, but I'm gonna skip it over that bit, because like stuff happens in that little patch, but it's more character stuff more than actually progression of the plot. Because all that happened in that movie / season 2 of Demon Slayer was that Tanjiro went to go talk to the Flame Hashira. Obviously, like he's discovered that his father might have been a Hashira, might have been involved in this Demon Slayer business to begin with, and that whatever style his father had was fire related. So he went to go ask him, and shit goes down on the train. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Badass action sequences ensue. Hallucinations to be overcome each other's weaknesses, and it ends with the death of that Hashira. And like, cause this season picks up with them just down, like him, Tanjiro, Inosuke, and like Zenitsu, they are all down in the dumps. But I digress. You know what? I'm gonna just kind of clear it up for people who maybe didn't see my first review of Demon Slayer. But in this world, these demons, like, they have to feed on people. But it's kind of, they're more vampires than actual demons, though. Like, right down to the top dude being able to control them. And, like, his blood is in all of them. So, like, because all demons' blood can be traced back to this one dude. And this one top demon. So, like, he can literally kill them all. Like he can kill them all if he wants to. And he has his top guys. In season 1, we met the top dude, but we really didn't see him do anything. And they set up his top lieutenants, his top 5, his upper 5. Like, because there are these upper 5, and then there's these lower people too. But I digress. I'm throwing a lot. It's kind of weird because I'm trying to word it in a way to where people who have seen the previous episodes will like, they get what I'm talking about. But people who haven't seen the previous episodes, like I said, I love Demon Slayer, and this, like I said, this season picks up maybe a couple months after the events of the train incident. Tanjiro and the others are really fucking down in the dumps. They're really depressed about it, and Tanjiro in particular is blaming himself for the death of the Flame Hashira. I always forget his name, but he's blaming himself for the death of him. And, you know, he has to take his letter to his family, and, you know, in the process of taking a letter to the Flame Hashira's family, he discovers something about his past. Apparently, go figure, the style that his father practiced, which, by the way, they set this up pretty nifty. His father, when he was back in the day Hashira, now they don't explicitly say it, but he was such a bad motherfucker that he at least scared the top demon guy. Like, he at least scared the shit out of him. To the point where top dude literally goes, I want Tanjiro killed. Just because he has resemblance to the man, and just because he's related to the man. Like, he's like, I want him killed. Like, that's nuts. So, but as it turns out, the reason his dad was such a badass is his dad practiced, because in the Demon Slayer world, all of the Slayers who use katana swords, these cool, like, katana swords that change colors depending on your personality, all of them practice a style. Now, we haven't even seen all the styles yet. There's a lightning style, there's a water style, there's a fire style, and all of the different styles are unique and kind of do different things. Now, and, you know, they're unique, they do different things, it depends on your body type, and it's all unique to the individual. All these different styles. But apparently, as we discover in this arc, in this season, all of the styles can be traced back to one singular style, Sun Style, which is what his father used. And no one else knows how to use it, because apparently it's some top secret shit that was only passed down from generation to generation. And, like, Tanjiro kind of figures out how to use it, but like it's weird. They don't really specify how, but the vibe that you get is, because throughout the course of the beginning of the show, like the first episode in particular, it becomes abundantly clear that Tanjiro will never truly be able to master the water style. And they kind of set this up later in the season is because of his body, because his body isn't like he's. The way his body is, he's not physically framed, made to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. Like Shaquille O'Neal, as great as he is, he doesn't have the body to be able to dribble like Steph Curry. You know what I mean? Like that's a cool concept that they added there. His body is made, and like maybe that's what they're going for the flame style, not for the flame style, for the sun breathing. And I always thought that was kind of cool anyways, the idea of breathing techniques behind martial arts, because in so many martial arts and different things in combat, breathing is so essential. So the idea of having styles revolving around different breathings and different breathing techniques, and different breathing techniques give you the ability to do different things, and like you have to train yourself to do certain things. It's like they kind of make it very clear. It's like, dude, like no one can master all of the styles. Like, you have to dedicate yourself to this shit. But once again, season 3 is, I would just say this right now, it has some of the best action I've ever seen in an anime. The animation for this show, at least this entertainment district, is amazing. The sound design, the way it looks, it is utterly stunning, dude. It is amazing. And they really do ratchet it up in terms of the level of power and in terms of the level of like intensity. Like, I mean, you thought the train thing was intense? They take out a whole goddamn town in this one. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone who wants to go watch it, who wants to get into Demon Slayer and watch it through, but I'm going to just tell you this right now. If whatever you saw in season 1 and the train arc, and it ramps up in this one, and they have a new encounter with another Hashira, the flashy Hashira. Now you discover more about him as well, and why he's the one who wears all the jewelry and has white hair and shit. And like, you discover more. He's a badass. Don't get me wrong. He's a bad motherfucker. You discover more about him too. But it was a lot, dude. Like, I always will love the relationship between Tanjiro and Inosuke and Zenitsu. Those three are just so fun. And like, when I get back to watching them, I know some people are kind of annoyed with Zenitsu. My friend Seth, he hates Zenitsu. Like, because he's the one who's always so scared and like, he's that one. But like, when he passes out, I love the dichotomy between the three, because Tanjiro knows basically like he knows all of the water style, like the water breathing, the water style techniques. But he's not a master at any of them. Because like I said, the vibe you get is his body, the way his body is made and the way his mind works, like, he isn't suited for that style. Like, he can do that style, he can do it very well, but he's not suited to be a master of that style. Whereas Zenitsu, the scaredy cat, he is a master of one technique in the style. Hasn't learned a single other thing in the lightning breathing style, or the thunder breathing, I can't remember. He hasn't learned a single other skill, but he is a master at one. To the point where it's like he can do this one it's like, you know what it's like? It's like if you were playing a video game and and you had like abilities, or you had abilities or perks, and you only had one fucking ability or one perk, but it was all the way upgrade. That's Zenitsu. He has one move, but it's a powerful one. And then you got Inosuke, and his skills are self-taught by growing up in the mountains and shit. And I love the fact too, one's got great sight, one's got great hearing, one's got great smell. Like, I think that's pretty, like, those three together, the dichotomy, their personalities, it's one of the things that I say, when you're gonna have three characters like that, you have to make them distinctly different from one another. And they just bounce off each other, they make each other better, they make each other stronger. Their bromance is just great. But like I said, comparing this to the last couple seasons, I don't know if it has as much narrative punch as season 1, but animation's fantastic, fight sequence fantastic, the character interactions are great, and they take this to another level. I can't wait for whatever the next season's gonna be. I think they announced what it's gonna be, but this one was fun. So I would suggest, if you really want to look at it for a new anime, a new action anime to get into, something to pump you up, check out Demon Slayer and work your way up to the Entertainment District. Or if you have seen Demon Slayer on my recommendation, please check out the Entertainment District season. Full things on Crunchyroll. I think also the full things on Hulu. Check it out. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.